The continent of Ferotun is a powerful place, home to all manner of magic and mystery. Adventures and secrets permeate its very soil, and the trials and tribulations of the Troupe are but one of many tall tales that have taken root. The Troupe encountered a magical call from the Elder Tree, a great oaken monument to the past, tucked away in a hidden grove in the slumbering wilds. A humble song opened a hidden door, unlocking the amber grave of a long-past champion. The tomb brought two new voices to the party's ears. A new, adventure-hungry asimar by the name of Lyrik, and an ancient guardian who carried with them a solemn message. Your fates are tangled together like strings. The troupe traveled north, following a path too perilous to allow for much rumination on the gnarled dryad's cryptic words. Soon enough, they could see their destination, beyond the end of the Golden Canopy, the Dragilian city of Sunhaven. Now, as enemies and allies from the past resurface, and revelations are made in the archives of the castle, the party picks up work from a potential sponsor. A half-orc archaeologist named Alcor, a former adventurer and friend of the crown, offers them a job to see their skills for himself, and to test where their convictions lie.
We're in.
Oh, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We're in. We have to the main
Let's
frame.
have-
After one
No.
a
Colin.
month
No.
later. God damn it, Colin.
It's
Not
been
the
a
full stuff.
while.
It has been a while. This was
I
why
love
I'm
how
gonna.
clear that came through on the stream. I'm sorry, that was great. Okay, I'll shut up now.
You can't shut up because now you have to do the recap saying butt stuff.
Ah, shit.
Just a quick warning beforehand, everyone. I'm still having issues with the internet since I'm the host of the stream. There is a small, sad chance that we might lose connection. I'm hoping it's not the case anymore, but we'll see where it goes. Just so you guys, just a heads up. So, let's go.
The heads up is Lou's fault.
Fuck off.
I'm Colin, since she was also in the dream sequence.
All right, so I'm giving the recap today. Hello, everybody.
It's the voice cut.
This is the recap voice for the day. Hello.
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 So on the last episode, Lyrik had a dream, and it was very rudely interrupted by Suru, who joined the dream even though she wasn't supposed to, because that's very weird, that you shouldn't get into people's dreams without asking permission. But she was asleep, so he was asleep, so she couldn't ask, and he was like, okay, that's fine, we can have the same dream. Anyway, they go around, and they're in like a desert, and everything is very warm, and there's lots of sand. And there's pipes, and there's more sand, and everything's hot. And then they find some broken statues, and the statues of our different people. And then, oh no, there is someone from Suru's past that appears, and is in the dream as well. Oh no! And then everything gets very, very bad because all of their doubts and fears and regrets come out, and then they try to kill them, and then they're like, oh no, we have to kill them, but they can't kill them because they're not really things that you can kill, and it's like, oh no, what do we do? And then they have small cathartic moments, and everything is okay, and then they walk up a very big set of stairs, and they meet God, and then Lyrik tries to punch God in the face, and we find out that that's his dad, even though everybody kind of already knew that. Anyway, he's like, fuck you, Dad, and he's like, you know what, it's okay, you're a teenager, I understand. And Lyrik's like, nah, I'm gonna go pout over here in this corner by myself. Anyway, their dad grills them food, right? And he has a little talk with them, and they all get to be a little bit better, and they eat the food. And then they both wake up.
Oh.
I came back to Jester Lavore. Why is her voice so deep?
I think it was
no.
a weird mix of Squancho and Jester.
It really was. But yeah, after the dream episode, it is morning in Greyburrow. First night you've spent uncomfortable, but you've had worse sleeping before. And Suru and Lyrik, you are the first ones to wake up as the sun rises.
Morning.
Well, Suru's gonna do what she always does. And, get on up and see if she can make something to eat for everybody.
Yeah,
If it's like,
have you,
here's a bowl of tasty gruel.
there is not much here. It's just like an old storage room kind of tucked away in the city, unless you have anything that you carry on you.
I mean, she's got her rations. She could probably, like,
You could whip
Try
up
to,
something with some
like-
rations, but it's like you need to use quite a bit of yours if you're cooking for everyone else.
yeah.
Unless you want
She
to walk
might-
out and find a shop.
Oh no, I feel like that would go badly.
It's up to you. What does Suru want to do?
Maybe she's a little tired this morning after her very strange dream.
Mm-hmm.
So no No breakfast this time, boys.
Damn. Rations it is.
Lyrik, Lyrik is going to go to doors and the window or anything that counts as an entrance or exit, and he is going to very thoroughly and quietly check them to see if they have been tampered with since everybody went to sleep last night.
So see if what's been tampered with?
If any of the entrances, if it looks like either someone has tried to sneak in, or maybe if there's an indication that something has moved or changed since they went to sleep, because
I'd say no perception needed for this one. You're very familiar with doing this in your early life, so you know what to look out for. It doesn't seem that anything's been tampered with. Some of the doors that weren't as secure on the panels have moved a bit slightly, mainly due to some of the wind currents you occasionally get that drift down into the city. Doesn't look like there's any signs of forced entry or anything. Seems same as before.
Good, 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 good.
Does anyone else?
Lyrik is also going to go over to Suru and very quietly say, "Did you have any weird dreams last night?"
You were in my dreams. That was unusual.
Okay.
Usually I don't dream about men, but you know, it's it's not like it was. She does a hand motion that is very crude.
Right. I was there, so I'm aware. Maybe don't say anything about that to anyone. Just keep that between you and me. And Lyric's gonna kind of point up and him.
She will do a cheeky little salute. She's like, between you and I, brother.
I hate you. And he's gonna walk away.
Hey, what does anyone else want to do? Any morning rituals or?
Sammy probably does the same that she has been doing the past few
Okay.
weeks, but not
Noted.
much more. I assume, like, which at this point is also a ritual. She's probably gonna cast prestidigitation on everyone, so everyone's clean and not smelling like garbage.
Everyone clean in the morning, essentially.
Oh, I wanted to smell like garbage.
Communing.
Like, I'm not. So,
No, I'm kidding.
where we are, she's not going out of her way to make them smell good.
Oh no.
It's not stinky.
It's decent.
Just
It's
yeah,
not, like,
just like
Fucky
not
wucky.
stinky. Like just
Mhm.
make them
Mhm.
clean, but not smelling like they own
Yeah,
money.
your connection cut for a minute.
Fuck.
Yeah, your prestidigitation is just like a floating sponge and cleans everyone.
That's
Yeah.
It's just okay.
Like those pet games.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Sparkles.
it's
Yeah.
like Nintendo. It's Nintendo with us with people.
You
I
know,
can't
the
remember
worst
tune.
part is that it's not too far from her personality to have a visual for that, like
Yeah.
like a fucking Disney princess level bullshit.
Amazing.
I'd say however you spend your mornings, everyone's kind of up and awake at this point. And what
And these-
should have been
And he's munching on his rations and
Yeah.
playing with Aryan a little bit,
got it.
Puppy.
throwing him some scraps.
But Toast is also there as well, trying to get scraps. It's like, no, not you. But yeah, it's morning. What should have been, or what you all expected, was just a supply trip to one of Lyric's contacts. Seemed to turn into a longer trip than you've expected. Yeah, Lyrik, do you want to do anything? Or
I'm gonna take a moment to kind of sit with everybody while they're cleaning and eating, and
Mhm.
um, he'll say,
Oh, my computer's kind of. I tried clicking on the windows, but it won't pop up. So I'm like, I see sleep. Open it. I'll see the login, and then I'll feel.
Leela!
I
Leela!
lowered,
Leela, we
Leela.
could hear.
I lowered the volume.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Um,
you can hear people talking outside
Yeah. There's
of where
that.
you're staying.
we pause and let them pass just in
The
case.
early morning
Yeah.
commuters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but he kind of he will sit down for me and say, "All right, so we have giants here that we might be able to get some information out of if we do this correctly. I also have a rather selfish and vested interest in trying to make sure that a few things change here. I know we very briefly talked about this yesterday with Vic, but I think I should throw this out there again. I understand that our priority should be the giants. It should be moving people, helping people, figuring out what the fuck they want. Seeing how far this type of thing goes, where the frost giants are actually going, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do my best to make sure that that stays my priority. However, know if that's really everyone else's. So, what do y'all want to do?
I mean, we've been through this before. I mean, this conversation. There's a lot at stake here, I suppose. I'm just following along, really. I don't know about the others, but I am. And she looks at the others like... if there's any response.
And he's just nodding quietly. Not saying much.
It's just a quiet brawl.
Everyone is dying with
Stick
the
it together.
heat in
Yeah,
Europe.
Dinah's like, well, I mean, we're gonna be looking, there's giants, and maybe we'll get some information out of, this whole thing. So it could be beneficial for us to do this to help with the situation here. And
Mhm. The question is, you're clearly a lot more involved than we first thought.
wait, to Diana
Oh
or
no,
to
to Lyrik, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, huh?
No.
Yeah, what's up with you and this place?
I mean, he comes from here. That's obvious connection, but and she gestures to the clothes he was wearing, when we first came here. That is not the clothes of someone that is just someone who grew up in a place. That has status.
You are not entirely wrong, but you're not entirely right either. I think a fair amount of this can be explained a little bit better by someone else, and that actually has something to do with what I wanted to talk to you all about.
Right.
There's a place it's not far from here. It's halfway between this and the 4th level. It's a neutral site in the city. It's called the Greyburrow. We'll be able to get a fair amount of information there. Hopefully, on what the Giants are doing, how long they've been here, things like that. Because as helpful as Vicky can be, he doesn't go outside very much.
Yeah, we can see that.
So there's a place we can go to try and get some info, and the individual there that will speak to you is a little bit more neutral's not the right word, but a little less biased. They could probably tell you better than I could.
Okay. I suppose we have a place to go then.
In answer to your first question, though, I did more than just grow up here, live here.
Yeah.
In some ways, I've made this place what it is, and in others, I've broken. So you'll hear that later. For the time being, I think the road should be our next step.
Well, suppose this time around, you're the lead, so suppose we'll follow suit.
Lyrik's gonna look around at everybody else and look for nods or disapproval or yes, no's, whatever.
Lead the way and just nods.
Okay.
Suru nods,
You-
but she also smiles.
You smash. And yeah, you can lead the way. It is you have to go up because you're kind of close to Vic's workshop, close to the lanes. It's not too far up, but you go up a level or two. You have to cross a few bridges and stairs that kind of go across the chasm, as you can see the different streets and cities kind of coming across below you and above.
Real quick, DM.
Yes.
Just, I thought of something that I would like Sammy to do before we went out.
Yes.
I still have all the cloaks that we had from the red cloaks.
Ah,
I
okay.
have an extra one as well.
Yeah, I would like to use the... I think I have a painter's kit or something like that. Let me check.
Okay.
Or this guy's kit or something. I have something. Yeah, I have both a makeup set and I also have oil and other stuff like that. So if I can grab them cloaks, and I assume they are already a little bit dirty, but if I can make them even more dirty to the point that they look dark and not red.
You can prestidigitate that.
Yeah, but that means I need to keep concentration on it.
Wait, do you? Because I feel, because I mean, you can clean things up, and then after you unconcentrate, stuff is still clean.
That is true. How
With
would you
cleaning,
play
yeah.
that?
And I mean,
if
like,
I can
also,
tint
I mean,
It's yeah, I have no problem with tinting it.
Okay, so I'm gonna prestidigitate.
As much as there's like writing for it, prestidigitation is also like it's a creative spell. As long as it's not having a big impact on certain things,
Well, okay.
it's a creative spell.
Then I'm gonna be creative and actually make the cloaks all look like this dirty, faint brown, reddish brown color. just so it's not so extravagant, and then I'll give it to everyone in the party. Essentially, because I don't think we all had cloaks, so now we all have.
It says you can instantly clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot, and it's permanent. Like it's not something that goes away.
Well, there you go.
Didn't Mari have like when you guys played this campaign have Morning Glory make like Jack shit his pants, or was that somebody else?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Where essentially like he's
It was
like
Glory.
He also made
yeah.
yeah.
The thing is, like, well, it lasts an hour, but it's something you can just quickly touch and it
Yeah.
updates it. So it's not an issue. I don't see the point of saying it lasts an hour when we know you're just going to touch him or cast it again.
Okay, that's
So-
fair. So yeah, she makes
He
the...
shit his pants.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't make him shit himself. She made him smell like he did. But anyway, that's old campaign.
She actually made Lyrik shit his pants.
Laura's made someone shit their pants. Yeah, this campaign.
Yeah, she made Lyrik do it. Anyway, so yeah, I just make the cloaks.
Okay.
The paw with the rest of the city.
Is everyone wearing cloaks? The
I
red
would
Suru-
make
cloaks?
them.
Mhm.
Well, to be fair, Suru has her cape of Montebac.
Yep. You have a special
She
cloak.
does.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can layer it. And Semi is gonna use the crown to look again like a rat shifter.
Lyrik is gonna go into his other bag, the bag on the left hip, and he's gonna pull out a it's basically like a wooden flower. It's a little bit dingy, but you can see that it's pretty intricately crafted. It's like black with like lines of purple running through it, and he is gonna put it on his coat, or he's gonna basically like put it in his lapel and just walk out as he is, and you kind of hear him whisper, "All right, let's hope this thing still works."
Diana quirks the brow but says nothing. At that comment. Diana also technically has her hair, the hood of the cape of the hair. So she has a little
Bunny ears.
yeah, I don't know what it looks like, but I feel like it's got little bunny ears on it, but maybe she can make them flop down or something. We're just gonna have her
Yeah.
hood up.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'm gonna be casual. This is fine.
Yes, I want to
Mhm.
lead. I want to try and take everybody out into the main part of the lanes. I want to walk through main populated areas. I want to be at the front, and I want to make sure that the road is clearly visible and hope that it still does the thing it's supposed to do. And I want to make
Okay.
as we're walking, I want to make sure it's very, very clear that we are going to the roads.
That has what you're saying that it does what it's supposed to do has slipped my mind at the moment. Could you just remind me, either in DM or telling me?
Yep. So it's supposed to be. It's basically like an anti-antagonism symbol. It's saying, "Hey, I'm going to neutral site. I'm not
Got
going
it.
to attack you or anyone else. I'm not going to your territory for any reason. I am going here." That used to be one of the things that was actually respected. So
Okay.
he's hoping it still is.
Okay.
Just want to mention
mean-
that Andy wants to cast this guy's self as well.
Okay. What do you
Okay.
make yourself look like?
Like the last time, what was it? Was it a fucking possum? I think.
A possum?
Or was it a rat?
Or like a rat shifter?
Yeah, I think we were like, I was a rat shifter.
Rat
and you were,
shifters?
yeah,
Yeah.
and you were something else, like similar, like trash
That's
baby.
really
Yeah.
the trash man.
Raccoon.
Trash. Raccoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Raccoon shifter Andy.
Yes.
Yes.
He shakes hand with Victor.
You
Yeah.
Vig leads you through some of these kind of more winding streets across bridges. It's filled with kind of like different shops and buildings and markets kind of built out of the buildings and stalls. It's kind of just all over the place, all kinds of knickknacks and trinkets and food, and they're all kind of, it's quite busy. People are trying to sell you things. You kind of just, push them away. You see Julio get interested a few times and gets dragged along. Lyrik, you don't notice anyone coming after you. You notice a couple glances, and they look away. But no one actually comes after you. No one really approaches you. And you rise to the fourth level, coming up the stairs, and you can see this very big, round domed building with that top dome being a big glass, like a giant terrarium garden. And you can kind of see in the foggy glass the just some of the flowers growing out through the cracks, and there's different kind of plants in there and vegetation, and a big sign that says the Volga Rose. You can go in. Mhm.
On the way there, because you said some people give glances, is there any recognition or shock when they see Lyrik?
Make a perception check.
First roll of the day after a month.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
No,
12.
hard to tell. Some of them seem to be just interested. Some of them kind of just looking up and down, look all of you up and down,
Would it
and
not
kind of just
count
look away.
as an insight though? Because I'm looking at the people looking and I'm like judging their, you know.
Okay, I can let you put that as insight. Same roll.
Same
Just change your
roll.
bonus. Just change your bonus.
Okay, so wait. 14. It's not much different, but it's
14.
something.
Same. You see them kind of look up and down. You're an odd group in most places you visit,
I mean, we're all
but
kind of not so odd anymore, despite the sizes.
despite that, this is mostly the people that are kind of looking under the cloaks. It's a group of cloaked people walking through the city still.
Ah.
But no one really approaches or does anything. People just kind of get on with their day.
Okay.
Um,
That's true.
I would like Sammy to make a wisdom saving throw, though.
What?
Oh dear.
Oh shit!
Oh
Just
no.
popped in my head. Sorry, I'm coughing quite a bit.
11.
11. Okay.
No, wait, it's saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, same thing. 11.
11. Roll something.
Oh no. I'm looking like a rat.
I roll quite low, I will say. You feel almost like a tingle in your mind. Not strong, it's almost gone the moment you notice it. Magical, probably in nature, almost fey-like.
Huh.
And
Do
then
I recognize this type of spell? Is something that I am capable of doing?
it's hard to tell if it's a spell. You have this weird feeling of a type of magic, and you don't know if it's a spell or anything in the environment. You kind of look around, it's nothing's different.
Don't I notice anyone looking at us
No,
longer than they should?
no.
I reach for my head, even though like I am with the disguise, but I know it's just
Mhm.
visual. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna see if I feel any extra horns or extra length on them.
You feel a bit of extra length since last night on it.
She's just gonna quietly mutter like, "Well, fucking great."
Sorry, I sneezed and quickly murmured really quietly.
Popping quite a bit.
Wait, what?
I said, sorry, I'm coughing quite a bit at the moment.
It's cutting
Apologies.
up. Like the mic is doing its job. Discord is being.
Yeah, the noise suppression
Yeah.
is annoying, but
It helps.
to a degree. You do get to the Volga Rose. I assume you guys will just enter. The questions off.
I am going to look over to the corner
Mhm.
and see. I want to see if the doorman is still the same.
Okay. Let me check.
Hey, babes, is there any imagery?
I've already put us on another page on Roll20 ages ago, which I
Wait.
don't think you changed.
Oh, it did an update for me. Now it did.
Mm-mm. Uh,
There you go.
yeah, just a city thing, just from Arcane,
Yeah,
because there
no,
wasn't much else.
it's good.
But Doorman doesn't look the same. Looks like someone new.
Lyric's just gonna make a point at the rose, nod at him, and then he will open the door for everybody and let him walk in.
Raises an eyebrow, but lets you in. Doesn't really question it.
Does he try to stop any of us as we go, or are we all good?
No, he kind of just opens the door and lets you through. You walking to even in the morning, it's got some patrons in. People come downstairs from sleeping, people that are staying here. And you do see at the bar this very large Earth Ganassi woman. She's probably about maybe between 7.5 foot to 8 foot tall. Very kind of broad shoulders, long kind of hair flowing back. That's kind of almost like whitish, kind of dusty with dark streaks. Her skin looks almost like marble-esque, like a Greek statue, and very kind of smooth with the occasional very thin hairline cracks running through certain parts. And she's just kind of serving drinks and serving customers. Do you want to do?
Lyrik is gonna kind of motion for everybody to follow him up towards the bar. He's gonna take the rose off his lapel as he goes, and as he makes his way up there, he's gonna kind of hold it out and say, "Hey, you have a minute?"
I've always got a minute for customers. I do you, oh yeah, you don't have the hood on, do you?
No.
You do see her turn around. She's eyes wide with recognition. Oh, Ivette's fucking horns. Lyrik Thane, and she kind of like reaches over to grab your shoulders. In this like welcoming way. I live and breathe. Where the fuck have you been?
Like, good to see you, Julia. You're killing me. I know.
Sorry. It's I thought you were dead.
Yeah, not dead. Almost was. Right there. Not dead though. Yeah.
And you've got some new companions, I see.
Yeah.
So,
Semi
Hi. She holds out her hand to like greet some of you. Name's Rhea White Knuckle. And who who are you all?
Andy Dreamcatcher.
Pleasure to meet you.
Semi.
Diana also reaches out her hand to shake your hand and says, Diana Starchaser, pleasure to meet you.
Very tight grip. It's like grabbing a boulder.
And
But no.
it's like, oh.
Zuru
Sorry.
goes in for like, oh,
She goes in for an oh
oh no, I thought I interrupted you.
no.
The lesbian is showing.
I assume a strong
Yeah.
grip kind of handshake from Suru.
Well, she's trying to do like the forearm grasp.
I like this one. And she gives you the forearm grasp. You can feel her fingers in your forearm. Like it does feel like uncomfortable stone in the side, even though it's like smoothed off fingers.
Oh.
Oh no, who we lose? Did we lose Lou?
Shade.
Shade
Oh,
did
no.
this.
She did warn that her internet was being shitty, but she'll probably be back.
She greets you all, and then she looks over to the side. There is a canine like shifter that's also kind of working the bar. It's like, Tedric, keep working the bar for a bit. I'll be back in a bit. And kind of comes round. It's like, come on. I'll grab you a seat. We'll catch up, Lyrik, and have a talk.
You know, I'd like that.
So would I.
Go ahead.
So what was you? I thought he was going to say something.
I was just gonna. Sammy was gonna give Lyrik a look as if, like, do we wait here or do we follow you kind of look? But she doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Lyrik just kind of motions for everybody to follow.
Okay.
Yeah, she takes you to a side in like a nicer sitting area. And it's when it's kind of like a niche where it goes into the wall a bit, and you've got the nice kind of cushion seat that goes all the way around in one connected piece.
Oh, nice little booth.
Yeah, like the nice little booth. I forgot the word for a sec. And there's kind of like a someone that's already kind of been drunk laying there, and she kind of just grabs them and just kind of moves them aside. Just not even asking them. Do you recognize the drunk person?
Yeah, do I recognize them?
I think you'd vaguely recognize, but it's more of someone like you recognize the face of someone you've seen before in the bar, but you've never spoken to, never had any interactions with. You know, when you go somewhere where you're local to and you just recognize a face. It's kind of like that, but you can see they have age has kind of not been so kind to them, as they have more wrinkles across their forehead and the sides of their eyes.
All right.
But yeah. Sits down. Sorry, I'm still a bit shocked. I mean, last I heard was viewers from, well, that night. I think most people still refer to it as culling. Don't know if you heard too much.
The what now?
After the culling, it was well, a big deal back in the day. It's kind of brushed over now.
That's actually part of the reason why I came to you. I realise I'm somewhat biased when it comes to that.
Mm.
just a little. So I figured it would probably be better to have some of that information disseminated by a neutral party, as it were.
Well, I agree. Probably the smartest choice, because anyone tries anything, they're going to get thrown out.
So
Hmm?
he's gonna kind of turn to the group and say, just a little bit of background. This place is safe. It's as safe as any place in the city, if not the safest. The Leah runs a pretty tight ship, and anything that turns violent gets turned out. No exceptions, no questions.
If it goes too far, you go into the pit.
Yeah.
The pit?
Yeah, the pit. I'm sure Lyrik will fill you in, but you've seen all the bridges and stairways that cover the verticalness of the city.
Uh-huh.
Well, the pit is one of the only places where there's not much getting in the way if you fall, if you get my drift.
Oh.
I see.
Sort of the self-explanatory name. It really is just a pit.
It's pretty much, yeah. But it's the top of it's located on a pretty high up.
Yee.
Do you know what is at the bottom of it?
The city. Just the bottom of the city, the bottom of the quarry. Unless you hit a stray bridge if you fall wrong. Although nowadays you'll just hit the water after the attacks.
Not like it's much better.
just leaves the bodies floating there now. Shame. But
Sammy gives that like that pained smile, like I'm uncomfortable.
Do people frequently get thrown into the pit?
not regularly, but occasionally when things are quiet and some idiot, some youngster trying to prove themselves tries to get violent, prove themselves, or do anything, I don't know, piss me off, may get thrown. But it reestablishes for everyone else that I won't accept fighting in this bar.
I just like to believe that Sammy shared a look with Andy. And just like that eyes each other and then eyes back on the person.
The drop
I'll
at the
say-
side of the forehead.
Yeah. The pit's an extreme case, but normally I'll just toss you out the window.
Sounds
Just-
delightful.
Wow. Delightful if you don't go over the edge, but occasionally it does happen. Lyric's had it himself.
I can see
What
that.
you're telling me he got thrown out? No,
Yeah,
not
Fucker's one of the only people who can fly, though. So,
yeah.
he just came right strapped back in.
Technically, he's
And
not
I
the only
keep
one.
telling you that was not my fault.
Well, all parties involved are going to get thrown. You know the rules. Don't get
Understand
involved.
that. I just want to make sure that it's clear I didn't.
Oh, I'm very clear on the rules. I know you're clear on it as well, but you got involved regardless.
Well,
I make exceptions. You know what
Noted.
people are like. They'll take the piss.
I know.
But I assume you're here for, well, news on the city, what's changed? You've been gone a long time.
Yeah. But first thing to ask, since I haven't really had a chance to check up on the people I care about in a while, how are you?
Holding up. Same as usual. Couple, well, the gangs have been a bit more, I wouldn't say violent, but disorganized as of late. Some newer ones, some younger ones trying to show each other up lately, but it's been dealt with mostly.
Right, I'm going to come back to that because that sounds important. Where the fuck did giants come from?
You know what? I don't know. That one I'm still trying to find out. Considering the layout of the city, I wouldn't think they could fit in here without breaking all the damn bridges, all the supports.
Yeah.
But-
Also,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What was you going to say?
no, just like I like also like the top. Like that's how do they wear?
Well, the top isn't fully closed. It's open. There's a lot of big gaps. It's a big city. And, well, square meterage of them gaps is quite large. A giant could technically fit through. Although sneakily, don't think they have the brain power by themselves to do that.
So maybe they were helped.
That's my theory.
It clearly feels like so based on our past experience and what we found.
And this past experience being in the city, or?
Oh no, not here.
We came from Sunhaven.
Oh.
Got attacked by frost giants.
Yeah, I heard there's been a few, well, attacks and sieges lately, but what'd you find out there?
Things are connected.
We
There's fire
found that there's
giants.
someone involved on, I mean, or at least doing too deep of a research that feels dodgy, if anything, on the location of the giants. There was, hold up, out of character. There was also, it felt more like a research more than like what is the next move, right? Because they didn't point out where
It felt like they were tracking their movements. Well, for them to know all their movements was a bit suspicious.
Yeah, so they were tracking all of the movements, plus it's someone that is apparently involved in a cult. So one thing leads to the other, I suppose. The connection is not quite clear, but there's definitely something up.
Oh. Well, that's strange, but obviously I wouldn't. Details of that.
I would like to look around and see if anyone is listening to us.
Oh,
yeah, roll a
I'll say,
perception
like,
check.
I'm talking low. Not whispering, but talking low.
That's understandable. She is not talking low. She's talking a normal voice. She does not give a fuck, to be clear. Well, we've only had stone giants. I suspect they tried to get around. Similar to the pit at the edge of the city, there's gaps, spaces near the edge of the quarry for them to climb down, but without that much damage, I feel like someone's got them in. And then they were gone without a trace.
Do you think there might be tunnels?
Well, there is tunnels underneath the whole quarry under the ocean, but there's... To get to them, impossible. You'd have to go under the ocean. They can't breathe underwater.
But on the side, but it doesn't make sense either way.
No connections into them. Lyrik knows just as well as I. No one's ever got into them.
Right.
Not without a lot of attempts.
Plus, then any entrances would be too small for them.
So then we assume that either they're being changed in size or they're being teleported in and out, which means magic. So who's got magic?
Oh,
here.
1 sec. I have to be right back for a sec.
Oh.
Sorry.
Should we go on the be right back screen?
In-game, Rhea goes to throw somebody out.
Yeah. She's like, hold on a second. I'm gonna throw someone out the window.
If it takes too long, I'm gonna go and be right back.
I will say, just to kind of keep the whole thing going, Lyrik would turn to everybody at this point and be like, alright, so side note on all this, in case you haven't figured it out, I used to run with organized crime in this city.
No, really?
Figured much.
Yeah, really.
I'm
Look,
not surprised.
I'm not particularly good at this.
Sorry about that. My dad called desperately, and then he was like, "Try this Mac."
You're cutting out.
You're cutting out, babes.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hi.
We heard that you said that your dad called for you desperately, and then
he was like, "Try this mackerel." I'm like, "Fuck's sake."
try this mackerel.
Yeah.
Fish.
Anyway, sorry. What did Lyrik say?
So in game we said in game Rhea went to go throw somebody out, and then Lyrik was doing the awkward thing where he's like trying to be like, well, so yeah, I was kind of involved in organized crime here. Kind of. Maybe.
Haha, maybe. You said something about magic users in the city.
Yeah. So who in the city at this point, out of people that I would know and people that you know, that are powerful enough to move giants?
Powerful enough to move giants? No one I know of. Most of the gangs have kind of, well, some of them have kind of just dissipated, been absorbed by the others. Some are still around. Callisto's obviously of Still as active as ever. Couple other ones. No one with strong enough magic for that, though.
Could,
Who replaced Merrick? Who's in charge of the family now?
Well, that's gonna be Denver.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh shit, that one. But he was always scared of the coyotes, so that's something in your favor at least.
Coyotes, huh?
Yes, I'm just
And he
eyeing
points
the,
at
the shoulder piece.
the shoulder piece, yeah.
Hmm.
The coyotes were mine. Pika, you remember her? Abby, who you haven't met, and Cyril, who, if you ever meet, will be a corpse.
oh,
Well, I never liked that Weasley bastard anyway. Always rubbed me the wrong way. But, not my gang, not my problem. There is a new one that's been about, kind of absorbed the rest of the Darksteel gang. That's led by Hinsley Vito now, of the Jagged Fangs.
Alright. So they have Darksteel's territory?
Yep, some of the others, the Bronzebacks were kind of fell apart. Some of them left. Some of them resolved into different gangs. They're kind of gone as well. Same with the Merciful, Autumn Canyon. It's mainly the Charistos, the Jagged Fangs, and some new one that came in a couple weeks ago. Kind of took over most of the territory from the old Bronzebacks. Surprisingly, in like about 3 nights, they took it over.
how long ago did the stone giants get here?
Ooh, that was maybe just before that.
Just before this new gate.
Yeah, a couple days before, a week maybe.
Huh.
I'm busy. I can't remember like off the top of my head, but about that.
Could be a connection there.
Could be.
Possible.
What's the name of the new gang, or do you know?
Well, they didn't really have a name. They kind of just took over the territory. We've kind of just been referring to them as the Hellions. That's purely because
The
the
what?
first day, the Hellions.
The Hellions. Oh,
That's purely because they came here, went straight to the to the holding, prison, I'd say, but the Devil's Gate holding center at the bottom of the quarry, at the lowest level, freed a bunch of prisoners and took them on, took over some territories.
It seems awfully convenient that the prison that was keeping these people got flooded not long after.
I see your point. I don't see a motive for a gang to get involved.
I think it's a lot
What
more
they're
than
gonna do
just
is
a gang. Or at least I feel like it.
That's right. It has to be more because otherwise, what? They're gonna destroy their own territory they just took.
I mean, yeah, but
Doesn't add up.
nothing's stopping them of being offered something bigger.
Oh, that's a theory. Vague one, but it's a lead if you wanted to follow it up. That's obviously if you even want to get involved in the first place. Not my problem, but it's something.
I mean, she points at Lyrik. We're clearly involved enough.
Aye, you are.
No offense.
None taken. Rhea,
Yep.
how much do you know about what happened with the culling?
Not enough. Not nitty gritty. Most of the families that came in or gangs didn't really talk about it. Try to get some information on the side, but nothing. I knew Pyko was thrown from the pit. A couple of us went looking. Bloody mess. But they got patched up after a while. Went looking for Cyril. Don't know what happened to Abby. Just kind of vanished. And the other gangs were just, wow, they started fighting not long after. That's what caused half of them to kind of dissipate, get killed. You know, the usual. Just started an all-out gang war.
Yeah, that'll happen when you kill all the leaders.
But not much else from that. I mean, after a gang war changes the city up, but nothing oh, nothing different from the usual. I mean, the lanes are still the lanes, there's still shops, hideouts are still in the same places. The terminals for the upper side still works, you know.
So the elevator's still there,
Yeah. I mean, Trevay keeps its eye on it, so you know, nothing's gonna happen to that. Distillery's still there. No one's really taken it over. I mean, I kind of
Have
sent
they
a few
been
people
attacked
in.
in any way, shape, or form? Are they being left alone? Or are they...
I think a part there was some giant attacks, but nothing big. Personally, I think it was them trying to get into Greyburrow. I haven't really heard of any other attacks there, other well, a couple robberies, but that's just from gangs stealing stuff from above, getting cheeky.
This smells. The Hellions.
Aye.
Do they seem to have any type of structure or...
Haven't seen them here. They haven't come in. All I hear is other gangs, rumors, just word on the street.
Could
Pretty
Diana make,
efficient.
could Diana make a quick perception or is it insight check to
Insight
determine?
to read them. Yeah, you trying to
Yeah,
read
to
them if they're.
determine whether she's telling the truth about not knowing anything with the
Yeah.
hell. Okay. Oh, sick! I got a net 20, so 26.
Yo!
Okay. You can see she seems to be telling the truth, but it's kind of reserved in the information she is saying.
So she's truthful, but she's not telling us everything.
She's
So it's essentially.
to a degree, it feels almost like a lack of information, and also you can see a bit of worry
Doesn't want to get into
behind her
detail.
face. Yeah.
Mm.
So the Hellions there,
Essentially.
they took over what? Three places within a couple days. They haven't really been in here. I don't really know too much about them, so
Where is Denver?
pardon.
Where is Denver?
Uh, Probably at the old mineral factory. You know, they're still set up there.
Right.
You're gonna go after Denver Caristo.
Go have a nice little chat.
Oh, as long as you don't bring it back here.
Hopefully I don't have to kill him. Wouldn't mind it, but... Unfortunately, I think we'll need him. And I get a funny feeling that whoever is in charge of the Hellions is someone that's been here before. Someone that knows exactly where they're going, what they're doing.
Could be. It's an interesting theory, but well, hard to say.
Sammy's
I want to
just
make an insight check on
side-eyeing.
that.
Make an insight
Yeah.
check.
Oh wait. Hold up, guys.
Hmm?
DM check the chat, the
Mhm.
voice chat.
Oh god. That's valid.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm good. I mean, I'll just be a bit quiet. So.
Okay, I'll target Shaden specifically.
All the questions for Shade.
If you need a break, Shade, just let us know, okay?
It's okay. I just have like a real hard time focusing on that. It like if anything, just address to me. It's. I'll manage till the end of the game.
Hmm. Okay.
What was your insight check, Lyrik?
Not great. Only 11.
Hard to read. I mean,
Can I have
maybe
Diana?
someone you know. Hmm?
Can I have Diana do another one?
You can.
All right. Cool. Come on. That was a really good one. That first. Okay, I got a dirty 20 this time.
30-20. You get that same kind of worry look in their face. Doesn't seem like they're being like dishonest
It's more like don't want to get
on
involved.
purpose. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
just
almost like
more
they
of-
don't know. And part of it seems to be like they don't want to admit they don't know too much to a degree. You know,
Mm.
they don't like not having the knowledge in the city.
Mm.
What?
What is that?
What was it?
Did anybody else hear that?
Oh yeah, I heard
Yes.
that too.
Yeah.
Someone on a distance is the outside.
Oh,
Vic's,
okay.
Vic's just torturing people.
You know what
He's
makes
having
sense.
fun. Um,
Diana's gonna speak up and she's gonna say you're. Hmm.
what did she say?
I think Diana's gonna say you're worried about these Hellions, even though you haven't seen them, but you're worried about them, yes? You said that they took.
A gang I've never seen.
Yes, and not seeing them, even though you know nothing about them. No, having
Well, the
little
lack
knowledge.
of information is
Fine.
frustrating, but that'll be the
Yes.
same as any others. Although, Lyrik, I will admit, I thought it might have been someone coming back, but no, just the way, from what I've heard, there no blades or anything. Some magic users, crossbows, but none of them use blades. I know who you're thinking of. You're thinking it's probably Cyril or Abby. But they both used melee weapons, axes, swords.
To me, they sound like hired mercenaries.
Hmm. I mean, that's another theory. There could be hired mercenaries from another town. Could be Treve even. I wouldn't be surprised.
But who in Treve at this point would even know what the Bronzeback territory was? Who else will be able to just stroll through there and take it without a problem? Specifically that area.
That's a good point. Again, sadly, I've got a lack of information when it regards the Hellions. But if you could find some info out on it for me, I'll be willing to pay.
Oh, I was about to offer that.
I think we can do that. Oh, you've heard.
Time to snoop around.
I owe you
Yeah.
for a lot anyway, so.
Come on, that's what friends are for. I'm just glad you're still alive. Have you seen Piker?
I have actually.
Oh,
Met her in
they're doing
Sydney.
well.
They're alright.
That's good to hear.
They look a little worse for wear, but they're
Oh
okay.
yeah, you should have
Um,
seen him at the bottom of the pit. It was a lot worse than that.
He's actually gonna pull out the other half of the sending stone that Pika has. And he's gonna.
Oh,
Oh, we lost Shade.
Again.
Yep.
In the arms of an
An angel, fly away.
It's okay. Shit can like not doing too good at, so
Mm.
they're not gonna interact much, so we can keep going for now.
We'll keep them in. Somebody might just have to like Jaeger them if we get into a fight or something.
Welcome back.
It's okay, guys. Like my internet's being a bitch, so I might
Yeah.
have this during the game.
That's all right. We know.
It's okay.
What were you saying, Lyrik?
He's gonna take the sending stone that the other half of the sending stone that Pika gave him. Say, if you want to talk to him, that I hear.
No, and then like, you're joking. Hello? And hear Pike on the other side is like just very brief and muffled sounds and like, oh God, Piker! How have you been? I haven't seen you in years now. And it's just like carries on a little conversation on the sending stone. They catch up a bit, a couple laughs, and it kind of passes it back. That's good to hear they're doing all right. But didn't expect you'd be with some mercenary group.
I didn't either.
Anything else you need before I get back to the bar, or?
How many more times is that role's gonna work? Is that even a thing that still matters? Do people still respect the?
Oh, it's still a thing.
Policies?
Mainly between the gangs, people with hits on them. Yeah, that's the thing.
Right. Am I still presumed dead by some?
Well, I thought you was dead, so I would say everyone would presume that, unless you've been seen.
Sammy is not hiding that chuckle.
And Lyrik is also kind of chuckling. Go, I made a point to say hello when I come back. So, I think people are aware. You know me. Can't help myself.
Yeah, going through the town like some rolling thunder, I know. You're like a giant glow stick.
Yeah, we've learned that quick.
Anyway, I better get back to work for now. We'll talk later. How about I get you all round of drinks on the house and have a drink and well, good luck with whatever your first step is.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
So you see her, she kind of gets up and does Lyrik want to say anything? Or
There's things he wants to say but doesn't know how to say them.
That's fair.
So he's gonna
always
let
come
that
back.
pass. Yeah. Does
Yeah,
the rose have rooms? I don't remember.
Yeah, it has rooms.
Okay.
Oh. Eyes emoji. Safe spot.
nap time.
Wakes up nap time.
We literally just woke.
No, I meant like just like have the rooms ready for us if we need it, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shade's been asleep at the booth this whole time and just woke up.
Yeah.
Where's
like-
everyone?
Oh no, shit.
Where is everyone? They left without me.
Oh,
You wake
no.
up with Julio staring over you.
and the party is just clueless. Like, I
Yeah.
think we forgot
Yeah.
someone.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. You can see, Rhea walks off, gets behind the bar.
Does she seem uneasy, like after the conversation?
No, just gets back to work. She's very cheerful. You see someone starting to like. Looks like they're starting problems with someone. You can see her walk over. There's not really any hesitation. Before they're cracked in the nose, you can already see their nose open. And kind of grabs them very forcefully by the like. It's like both part of the collar and like the neck at the same time. Like just grabs onto them, and then one of the workers kind of opens a large window, and you realize now that a lot of these windows are very large, so that they can have people thrown through. And she kind of just aims and throws them out, and they go probably about maybe 20 to 30 feet. They're
Damn.
throwing far. They're throwing like across the bridge and kind of like skid like a pebble across
Okay.
it, and she kind of just claps her hands.
Holy
It's
shit.
like that sound of rocks
Lyrik is
hitting
gonna
each
stand
other.
up. Lyrik is gonna stand up and clap.
Yeah, she gives a little bow.
Diana also
There's a couple other
Actually,
people
I'm
clap.
gonna clap as well, cause
Um,
god damn.
And she kind of just shouts out, "Just a reminder for you all, no fighting in the bar." And gets back to work.
Kinda love her.
I love a woman
Mm.
who can throw you 30 to 20 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lyrik, is she single? Just
You
kidding.
know, I'm pretty sure I tried to sleep with her a couple times when I was drunk, and I'm pretty sure I got thrown out every time. So I don't know that I actually asked that question.
I do not know if she, I mean, I guess
Sam
time
is
has passed.
openly chuckling at that.
Just saying, I don't know. Sometimes there's, I don't know,
Damn,
just seeing a woman,
Diana.
unruly guy.
This is like the
Somebody-
third time or something that you've been asking these things.
Well, wait, when was the second? Wait, is this a third? Because I remember Morning Glory,
Yes.
the woman.
And what is
and-
his name again?
What was the-
Big
what was the
guy.
second? You mean her husband?
No.
Uh,
Though I would not blame you, but either way, goddamn, out of character. I
You mean
forgot his
Lonnie?
name. No, not Lonnie. The
Who said
big
Lonnie?
dude, the Grillian guy that has a shop. I keep forgetting his name.
Oh,
Bedlam.
Beetlejuice.
Not
Bedlam.
Beetlejuice.
wait, who? I genuinely don't know who you're talking about.
Bedlam.
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 Bedlam. Yeah.
Oh, Bedlam. Oh, well, no, our relationship is strictly professional.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing there with Bedlam and I. No, I think he's a little old for me. I say as if
Sammy
like,
squints her eyes
is
like
also
"But
a little-
Glory might be even older. Anyway,
oh, she doesn't look it. I mean, I don't know. There's just anyway. Never mind. You don't have to get into that.
Sammy just chuckles.
Tee-hee. She kicks her little feet because I imagine she's so. I mean, she's not that. She's just like, I don't know, but she's, she probably.
Evil.
Funny. Sammy actually quickly eyes her to check in with her.
She looks fine. Like, she's kind of like. She's so fun.
Well, so Mr. Gang Boss or whatever the fuck. What is the
Foreman.
plan? I mean, let's be real here. We're also a gang, all sorts.
What?
Right,
I wouldn't call you our leader, but for the time being.
No, yeah, I'm good on the leading people part. Done that already, and didn't work out very well. So.
Okay.
I didn't know I was part of the gang.
What do you mean?
Yeah. I feel like that's something we have to vote on. Do we need a name or oh no
Shade again.
I thought we were more like a band.
Yeah, I thought yeah.
Thought we were like a troop or something. A troublesome troop.
Yeah. Yeah, although like if we were to pick a gang, I think we'd have to like rebrand
You just
ourselves.
hear Lyrik grow in the background and start drinking.
Okay.
I mean, we
Gang, how exciting. Ooh.
Yeah, we'll have to rebrand ourselves, you know? We have to get
let's
new
be
outfits.
real. We do bring a lot of trouble wherever we go so far. Either
Yeah.
that or the trouble finds us.
Yeah.
I don't think Trouble Finders works quite as well for a team name, though.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh well.
The Rabble Arousers.
Sorry, kid. Fuck.
we'll 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 workshop it.
Rebel arouse.
Did you like that? Was it good?
Lou really likes it for Sammy.
You broke me. Now I'm out of character. I can't with this shit.
the rebel the rebel rousers. Rebel rousers or wait, did you say rebel rousers or rebel arousers?
I like
Oh,
to
God
be
damn
I
it.
said
by
Rebel
I'm gonna have a
Rabble
stroke.
Arousers, like Rabble Rouser, but it's sexy.
Oh.
Rabble
Oh.
I'm
Arousers.
having a stroke.
I think that Shade is having a heat
Jeez.
stroke right now.
My dyslexic ass can't handle this.
Oh no.
Jaden's just passed out on the table.
Yeah.
It's too hot for him here. He's not made for the heat.
He's not dealing with it. There's a
Yeah.
lot of pollution. He's used to the fresh air.
Sammy just keep petting him.
Yeah.
His poor pure lungs. My
His
paper
poor
lungs.
strong lungs.
Boy grew up on the mountains, wasn't made for this shit.
Yeah. It's too much air.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay.
So I think our best play for the time being is
Hey.
to secure a few rooms here. It's a little bit expensive, but Ria's fine. She'll.
I think we should be okay.
This is probably the safest place that we'll have in
Yes.
this city until
I
things
would.
get resolved.
I would love to stay here if you mean safety.
I'd have recommended going back to Vic, but I don't know if his latest experiment would allow you to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't exactly seem like he has space for visitors.
No,
He also
Not
doesn't
really.
seem like he enjoys visits.
no, not really.
Though he should.
He's been through a lot. He's fine.
Well. Okay. So
So now the question is magic, gangs, and giants all interconnected, or is this just one very, 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 very big coincidence?
right? I've been thinking this for a while now.
I know she said that Cyril's not involved, but it had to have been someone that had been here before. It had to be someone that knew the city, that knew the gangs.
Right.
And you're right, it doesn't necessarily have to be him. But I don't fucking know.
Him? I assume you have someone specific in mind.
The one who took over the gang?
I think. I think this is a setup.
Right.
It's got to be like it seems that all of the, you know, I mean, Sunhaven was attacked. This place is being attacked. Tristone is being attacked. So it has to be coordinated. It can't all be it can't be a coincidence. You know, like I don't know.
It is organized.
Oh yeah,
Def-
it feels like it, doesn't it?
It really does.
Do you think? Because we found out a lot when we went to that place, um, and and that was the Crux Horde and the cult of how do I pronounce it again?
Domovar.
Mavar.
Damavar. Do you think maybe either one of my guess is maybe perhaps either one of those groups or both of them are somehow connected to this. Either I don't know, like it seemed like they were tracking them more or less, like not so much that they were, engaged. Like it didn't seem like they made these plans. It more so seems that they were tracking, and for
Right.
some, and it if I feel like it's beneficial to them in
Yeah,
some way.
that's how it feels. It feels like whatever's going on is being pushed further because it's convenient for quite a lot of people in power.
Why here? Why Tristone? Sunhaven, I understand. Military perspective, a political perspective, an economic perspective, that makes sense. Tristone, even to a degree. You turn off a dwarven forge, you fuck up a lot of things in the world, but what does Greyburrow have to offer in any way, shape,
Do
or
you
form?
wonder?
It's still a city, a large.
Does
Now that
Suru
you-
know, like, about, like, Greyburrow and then Treve on top of it?
Mars, like, how much lore am I actually allowed to use?
Wait,
How
pardon?
much lore that I helped write? Am I allowed to have Suru know? Can I roll a
Yeah.
history thing?
Well, Suru's from
She's an
Margrave.
educated young lady.
You
from
know of
Malgrave.
Treve and Greyburrow, I would say. Roll history just to see how much you do know. You definitely know the basics.
Oh, +0. Come on, baby, no whammies. That's a 16.
16, I'd say you know quite a lot. Maybe you've even visited Treve before.
Yeah.
More in your youth, there's like it could have been just a family trip, could have been you
Yeah.
getting away to have some fun and then coming back. You
Yeah.
know, you can decide based
Well,
on that.
Treve, the city that's built on top of, Greyburrow, it's, it's the heart of politics for a lot of places. The neutral spot where everybody meets. There's a lot to get from Greyburrow because Treve is on top of it. And if the Crux Horde has anything to do with this, I don't know what their plans would be, but I know that they like targeting desperate people.
Well, this place is always full of desperate people, so that's not surprising, but
Have you guys noticed a pattern though? I don't know about you guys, but like, I've been thinking about what we found on that place and the tracking of the map. Frost giants in Sunhaven, fire giants in what is the name of the place again? The hot
Tristone.
place. Tristone, which is hot, and stone giants in the rock chasm deep in the earth. I don't know. As much as I also think things are connected and there's secondary interest, doesn't it feel like these giants are trying to find a place where they fit? As if they were kicked out
Instinct?
It'll more on the sense of, like if you
Driven to places where they can do the most damage.
or
I would believe
and
the second part.
like an
But
animal
it
that
doesn't make
have...
sense with what they wanted but that doesn't make sense with what they wanted with Shaden. Right? Frost Giants come down looking for
But
Ari
that's where I
Stolblood, which is
think
still
the
a whole nother
things-
fucking can of worms we need to open.
Yeah. Oof.
Maybe that was a task they supposed to do on the way. Still doesn't make any sense.
Or
to me.
maybe
But then they left.
but maybe his dad is involved. The point I'm trying to make is they're supposed to be up north. Whatever is up north might have you know, gave them a reason to get away from the north, and they're trying to find another place to be at. And that is convenient for a lot of people. At least that's what I'm getting from this. I might be reaching too much, but it would
You think
make
they are
sense.
migrating, running away from something?
Yeah.
Talking about being bigger and more scary than the fucking giants.
I mean, we already
don't
found
know,
out
if I
that
was a-
there's size differences and there's no information on the storm giants.
I get the migration thing, but I'm going to be honest. If I was a big giant and I was looking to escape something, I don't think I'd go to large cities and then attack them. I don't think this is a migration.
Unless you're trying to take over. Desperation can cause aggression.
They're just being controlled and
It's that.
being sent to do that.
It's hard to tell at this point. I think we need more information, but it's definitely something to think about. It's too much coincidence of the placement of each type of giant on each area.
I think Shaden's right in some way. It's too organized. And to your point, there has to be something to that about where things are put and why.
Stone, what does it have to offer? No, I have a thought.
What's your buddy or whatever? What's he have to say?
I know that his mother lives there, and she's a very talented smith. It's a dwarven place, I think. Lots of
Yes.
mining. I don't know how large it
Yeah.
is, though.
I assume.
Dwarvish probably goes down into that mountain a fair ways.
Yeah.
Mines. Don't know.
Mines
Hey.
and craftsmanship there, and then in it was the cult of Dumavar, right? Avarice, greed, you know. Tristone, maybe it has a large collection of wealth and words. I'm forgetting words, not Asura. This is why I'm stuttering. Large collection of wealth and craftsmanship. Here we have one of the big political seats of power, and then Sunhaven. Well, the king
Doesn't he represent
King
the whole?
Belroth was part of the
Also
cult of
that.
Dumavar. I don't know. I can maybe see a connection between why the cult of Dumavar might be driving giants to attack these locations. Avarice.
Right.
Strategically.
Yeah.
Lyrik is gonna look at Diana and say, "Do you ever get to talk to the Tristone one? What's his name? Lenny?
Donnie.
Funny.
Lonnie.
Dinah still does check. I imagine like checked sometime yesterday, and I imagine he didn't pick up.
No answer.
No answer. She says no, he hasn't picked up at all. And then I remember, didn't Sammy do like a spell or something to
The
send
crow,
something
but
to?
the crow
Mhm.
travels on a normal speed of an animal.
Okay, and
It's
that
not
Yeah.
instant. It is like sending
Yeah,
sending
it's
a pigeon.
the carrier pigeon. Oh gosh, and that was okay. At least we sent it from Sunhaven and not like
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
yeah, and she's like, that's time.
And it has to fly back to you though if it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have nothing. No, we haven't heard from her. She looks troubled, as per usual.
Actually, hold up. Did Sammy try to send message to Dahlia last time? I don't think I did because I was out of spells, right? Or am I wrong?
Dahlia currently with, in your mind, would she currently be with Lonnie still?
I know, but like, did I use the spell message on that?
What's up?
Are we back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I typed it out. So Sammy, you've sent a sending message to Dahlia,
Right.
which takes a little bit longer to send than usual, but you feel a connection
Mm-hmm.
and you hear a voice. If you want to voice Dahlia, I don't know how
Time
to
for
do
the
a voice.
internet to hear my really shitty Russian accent.
Yes.
Would she be like panting kind of thing, or would she be
Mm-hmm.
sounding
Yeah.
normal?
Tired, panting, exhausted. Yeah.
Okay. We are doing okay. Giants took siege in the city. They're after something. Lonnie and me are they're after something. Lonnie and me are locked up somewhere underground. Can't remember.
And it cuts off
It cuts off.
because the 25-word limit.
Sammy, like, you're watching Sammy receive the message. Her eyes like widen, but there's that feeling of like, this is good kind of thing to a degree.
Dead.
And then the message ends, and she sighs with the relief, and she looks at Diana and goes, "They're safe. It's as we guessed. I think Lonnie lost the stone."
Wait, you had message
I
this
couldn't.
whole time, and you did set when I told you, like the other day when he wasn't responding.
I didn't have
You
this.
didn't think.
Diana, I didn't had the I didn't have the power to do that one. That one is stronger. That's why I sent the messenger.
You yesterday you couldn't have done that. I told you before yesterday, didn't I? Am I losing my mind? Or like, did you think, yes, let's wait, even though we know our friend Lonnie might possibly be dead or worse?
Diana.
And he wasn't responding for fucking days, and you decided you're gonna wait and just decide, oh, let me use this now.
I don't know if you noticed, but everyone's going through a lot. You're not the only one, Diana.
I'm not saying that, but Lonnie could have been dead, and we didn't know.
And I did what I could when I did. And then everything went insane again, as it usually tends to go for all of us.
I'm just okay. This place was. We knew that Lonnie was in trouble or something was wrong, and we decided, okay, as a group, we can't go right now. We decided to make a pit stop here. This is supposed to be a pit stop, and now we're stopping and helping. And I have no problem with doing that, but like, we didn't even know that this place is in trouble. This is supposed to be a pit stop, and now, like, we know Tristone is in trouble, and we're not going to go there after here. Like, is that? Do we not care about Lonnie? Am I the only one that does? Because when I told you, you didn't think to send message before.
I thought I couldn't.
Great. Did you even send it to Lonnie, or was it to Dahlia? Did we even hear his voice at all? No, that's fine. We don't care about Lonnie. We care about this person.
I wasn't sure if Lonnie was
couple
okay,
days.
so I made sure to send to Dahlia.
Lyrik is going to scoot away from Diana and sip.
That's awesome.
You just as much know that Lonnie tends to sleep. Or how many times have we sent him messages that he didn't reply because he was asleep or something of the kind? I'm not saying that he doesn't care. I'm saying that I sent to Dahlia because she's more alert. And no, I don't know her well enough. And the little I know, she seems to reply instantly. It's not that I don't care about Lonnie, but there's a lot going on.
You didn't even... Never mind. You know what? That's fine. I get it. I get it. It's fine.
For
You don't care about him, and that's totally fine. That's right, because he's just a
Wow.
hazard.
You say that
He's just
and you
a
don't
hazard,
even
right?
open up fully to the group. You have no right to say that I don't care about someone when you clearly don't tell everything. When meanwhile we
I don't
poured
have
our
to,
yeah.
because there's clearly things about your past that you don't feel comfortable sharing.
I shared every single
I-
thing about my past with every single one of you.
Sura's gonna
I
step in
doubt
between.
it.
There's like, I
But
really,
okay.
I think that now is a horrible time to turn this into an argument, and I understand that you're both unhappy with the situation. But the sooner we sort things out here, the sooner we'll be able to have the opportunity to get to Tristone. And the more that we argue, the less time that we have for either thing.
Sure. We have a job to do. Let's just fucking do it and be done with this. And I think Dinah kind of gets up, and she needs air, so she kind of just sort of stalks outside, I think.
Sammy just curls up a little bit into herself, but she doesn't say anything else. She looks angry and hurt.
It
But
just puts a hand like around her shoulder, like
Lyrik is gonna
Sura's
get up
like
and
she
go on
doesn't
her
gonna.
way.
Huh? Oh, I was gonna have Suru go kind of like follow Diana.
Okay, yeah, you can follow Diana. Does
Lyrik.
Diana making it just storming off in general, or
Yeah, she kind of just she doesn't want to be inside. She doesn't want to be near everyone right now. So she
okay?
probably goes outside. And I don't know how close is Suru, like right behind her, or
I think she'll catch up easily. She's not right behind you right now.
Mhm.
There's a lot of twists and turns. If you wanted to turn off quickly, you
Oh.
could do that, but you'll get caught up to like very quickly.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. She's not gonna like really go far from the vocal rope. She
Mhm.
just, if anything, she's just gonna go outside and maybe just she
Get some
wants to sit
air.
on the roof. She wants to sit on the roof and sulk a little.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah,
You want to make an
on the roof of the tavern probably, or something.
okay.
Side
That
thing.
is a fully domed glass.
Oh, it's
ceiling.
it's a dome. I forgot it's a dome. Never mind. My apologies. Not on
Mhm.
top, but
You can
maybe.
you can climb up onto one of the smaller buildings that's kind of all built and stacked on each other if you want. Do you want to find a ladder, or do you want to like make a acrobatics check or athletics check?
Actually, I mean, are we? I mean, the Volgarose is kind of like right. It's on a walkway, right? Maybe she just kind of sits on the
Mhm.
end of the walkway
Yeah, you can
behind.
sit at the end of the walkway. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just staring down into the depths. I guess she's mad and she's trying to. She just. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. You catch up. You can see Diana sitting in the walkway, legs kind of just frustratingly swinging back and forth.
Okay, she's gonna quietly sit next to her. And she doesn't say anything immediately. And then, regardless of what happens here, regardless of what the group decides, if you want to go to Tristone after this to find him, I'll go with you.
Diana, like I think, like when Suru approached, she knew she could hear her kind of approach, or just kind of out of the side of our eyes, see her take a seat, but she doesn't acknowledge her until like I think Suru says that. She looks up and she's surprised. Like I feel like there's still some like sort of lingering anger and frustration on her face, but she just I don't know. She's very surprised by that. She's like, no, it wouldn't. You don't.
See
It's not
that?
that. I didn't really. She didn't really say much. She just sort of made like sounds like she was trying to start a sentence, but she doesn't know what to say or how to say it first. She's just like, no, it's if you don't care, that's fine. I've gotten the message.
Diana,
That's what
Lonnie and I have our differences in how we do things, but he's your friend, and that means he's mine as well. And I care what happens to him because you care what happens to him. And I care because he's a person who hasn't done me any wrong and generally has good intentions. And I care about the people of Tristone because they're people. I'll go with you if you want to go there next.
Hmm. She looks sort of contemplative at that. And I think she sort of has her, like, maybe she hugs her knees to her chest a little and just kind of looks back out at the city. It's like, well, let's just get this sorted out first before we, you know, think about going anywhere else.
You can see Andy stumbling behind the corner. And I'll go with you too.
Is he drunk?
No, no, no. He's
It
just like,
sounded like he was very drunk.
I will go with you too.
He wants to be pricked up again and called princess.
yes.
That's the reason. She Dan looks over her shoulder surprised and she's like, are you when he stumbles, like, does he seem drunk when he stumbles around the corner? Like, is he drunk or no? I
No, he seems like, you know, he was in the rush
Yeah.
Oh,
to catch
okay.
up.
His Endy's usual
Okay.
grace that he has.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. The normal,
He's
yeah.
Jack Sparrow. He doesn't run normally.
Yeah.
He does. He
Yes, yes.
It's exactly how it is.
Very, very good
Mhm.
comparison, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does he do the hand thing that Jack Sparrow does when he's like
Yeah.
talking and pointing at someone?
Yeah.
I like to
He
believe
could, yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I love that for him. Um, and she's like, Diana's like, She looks from Endy to Siru and it's just like, okay, if if I don't want to, didn't mean to cause a problem, but like I don't know. I know
No.
it's just I don't want to.
I'd say that the giants are
Positive.
kind of the ones causing the problem.
I mean, no, but with the group, I don't know. I don't want to cause a problem or anything. I didn't
Road trip.
just.
Road trip.
Okay,
You know-
well, you go ahead. You go ahead.
You're not causing a problem, really. You were a little rude and it was a little uncalled for earlier. She means well, truly I believe she does, but we're all stressed and trying to do the best that we can. And sometimes that causes tempers to flare. You just have to remember at the end of the day that we're all on the same side.
I miss Lonnie.
He's definitely drunk.
Yeah. He like downed another glass, like chugged a glass before he stumped that after us.
Is it alcohol? Is it drugs? You never know.
It's both.
Yeah, we don't know. It's
In
always
Greyburrow.
yeah.
It's Greyburrow. It could be both. They will mix drinks.
Yeah.
The fumes.
She's gonna say, yeah, no, I didn't mean to. I acknowledge, yes, I did say some very unkind things to her. It doesn't excuse it. Just really worried about him because ever, since we left and hold on, I'm forgetting the name of that town.
Tristone?
No, not Tristan. Ever since we,
No?
we left in when we all parted ways in Bayfjord.
Bayfield.
Bayfjord. He's always replied. I don't, I've always been able to reach him at some point during a day with the sending stone. We used to kind of talk every day, kind of, or I tried to. And then that he didn't reply at all just really scared me because I thought something had happened to him.
I imagine how that would be nerve-wracking. The blessing and the curse of technology, I suppose, but at least now we know he's all right, and we'll be able to help him.
Technology? In magic?
I hope so.
DM, can I get some quick clarification, kind of
Yes.
outside of all this? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I
That's
heard
okay.
that. Did they say that they had been captured?
Said that they're stuck.
Said they're locked underground somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what I
They
heard.
said, we're doing okay. Giants took siege of the city. They are after something. They're after something. And Lonnie and me are locked up somewhere underground. I can't remember.
Yeah. Locked up somewhere underground. Okay. Thank you.
So
for
are they
clarifying.
trapped by the
Mhm.
siege?
Or either trapped by the siege, or maybe either
Either
they
there was what's the word?
in a hidden bunker, in a bunker or something. That's what I also
Yeah.
interpret it as. They have gone further underground to avoid the siege, sort of thing. But I don't know. But locked up makes me concerned, so I don't know. But they're
I mean, it could
I would say
also be
lock up is a very specific choice of words in that scenario. That implies something. Now, granted, this is all out of character. I'm sorry for that. So
Okay.
I will.
I mean,
will
we
shut
can
up now and
discuss
let the RP
further
continue.
when we come
Yeah.
back to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, when we do, Lyrik has something to say to Sammy.
Oh. I'm sitting in a pop right at the moment.
What's the last thing that was said again? It was
You and Suru was talking, and
like-
Suru said technology instead of magic.
yeah.
Listen,
Like
you
it's a
know what I meant.
Yeah, a Nokia. It's a
Yeah,
Nokia
the
Pebble
blessings of
3000.
magic and the struggles of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She sort of lets out a sort of deep sigh and is like, yeah, at least we know he's not dead. That's one positive
No.
thing.
If you want to have the chance to send him a message, there might be somebody that you want to apologize to and make things right with. Not saying that you have to, I'm just saying there's an opportunity there to speak to him yourself, and you're not going to get it unless you make nice with Miss Sammy Arasi. And she looks a little teasing and a little playful.
Yeah, Diana makes sort of a face, not like a gross face, but just kind of like a not looking forward to this kind of face.
Mm.
And she's like, yeah, but I don't think she'll really appreciate me asking something of her, right? Maybe later.
No, don't ask her now, obviously. Just say,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've calmed down and I spoke out of turn. And I know you're doing your best.
I know, yeah, I can. I know, I can.
I know, you're not a child, I don't have to
I can
daily talk you through it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I'll take notes from her. So
I'm very good with people and talking, as you well know.
very,
So-
very so. Yes.
I'm told I'm quite charming, in fact.
I would agree. That is correct.
Hesitation.
You are quite charming. You just have
I feel like I hesitated for a moment there.
No,
Is
I
this
didn't mean
something
to hesitate.
Is this something I should know,
No.
Diana? Am I not charming? Have I been lied to?
No, you're very charming. I don't know who would have told you otherwise. I apologize if I hesitated. That was not meant to take away. That was not meant to take away from you. You are definitely, most
She's
definitely
laughing.
charming. You're
Mhm.
being mean to. You're being mean to me now, and
No, I
she's
just need to be gassed up a
almost.
bit. tell
Yeah,
tell
just
me
a
more
little.
about how charming I am.
Yeah, oh yeah, just absolutely. Just except for when you're being mean to me, then you're absolutely dreadful.
Okay, I'll remember that next time. No
Mhm.
being mean to Diana, it reduces my charm.
Yeah, I don't know if you can control yourself though. I know. Just
I don't know if I can. You're so easy to pick on.
okay. Now you're being. I'm gonna shove you off this owl. All right, now. Shh. And she kind of playfully kind of shushes Suru like, shh, no more, no more mean words. She's kind of like teasing back. And she's like, okay, okay,
Andy's holding a
and
candle.
yeah. And they all so arms of an angel, but what's the da 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 da.
That's
Careless
He's a bard. He
whispers.
can do it.
Yeah. But I think Diana sort of stands up and she's like, okay, I'm takes a deep breath through the nose and does like a little like big exhale too. She's like, okay, I am calmer than I was before. I don't know if they're gonna wait for us or we should go inside. Should we should we go back in or do you think we should just wait out here? She
Maybe
said
wait just a minute so that she can calm down too, and then we go in and maybe you two can talk, or you can save it for later when things are more private.
Is anything happening within the bar while this is happening outside?
Lyrik is kind of sitting there with the group. Or I guess at this point it's just Sammy and Shaden. He's basically gonna steal somebody else's drink, put his feet up, kind of lean back and go, all right, so
We roll to see who's drunk. It's Andy's.
okay,
Makes sense.
it's perfectly fine because
Yeah.
this is what he's used to. So,
Stealing kisses and all.
That looked like fun.
Sammy just
Little
gives
love.
him a little look.
Serious question though. Why not try the person that she actually wants to talk to versus someone else?
I told you. I told her. We had this situation before. We sent Lonnie a message and there was no reply. For whichever reason, it seems to be a constant. And it's not like I don't trust Lonnie. But I know he can distract easily. And also,
Insight check.
sure, roll insight.
Natural 20 for 24!
Yeah, she's basically telling the truth. Is that sense, like, you get the sense that she is not that she doesn't trust Lonnie, but she thinks Lonnie, like, the spell.
Thinks he's a simple man.
He's a simple man.
Not
Yeah,
reliable.
like she thinks that if she would send a message that has a limit of words, he would stumble upon his words, and then she would get only half an answer. Like the thing, you get the sense that she thinks Dahlia is more like responsible than Lonnie from her past experiences. But it's not like she doesn't care for him or doesn't trust him as a person. It's more like she thinks Dahlia would be the best choice when it comes to relying on accurate information.
Like more capable.
Yeah. It's a little bit hurtful, but at the same time, it's not like she doesn't like Lonnie. You don't get the sense that she doesn't care.
I feel like that would have been something to throw back out there before you did it. Just, you know, clarification before you do the thing.
Right.
So are we leaving? Or are we staying?
I assume we're waiting since. And she looks around, and I assume not even Julio is here anymore, or is he?
Julio is very awkwardly just sipping a drink and sitting by himself.
No, my son. Someone go give him.
Taxidermy fox.
Sammy's gonna scoodle closer to Julio and pat the top of his head. It's fine.
If you say so. And he kind of hops off and then walks off to find Suru and Diana.
Her
That's my
like
mom.
you quickly like see her ears drop a little bit, and she looks even more.
It was very much the like he feels really awkward and he just wants to get the group back together.
Yeah.
More than him like being rude to you.
No, I know, but like she's struggling.
They're all struggling. Poor Julio's just here for the ride.
It's okay. They wanna go outside maybe.
Yeah.
I think we should leave.
I mean, she clearly looks what is the word? Not confident at all. Like she looks hurt, if anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay, who's going where? Because this is very much and they were both bottoms because they're both waiting in different places between a wall.
Oh, Sammy's not the type that's gonna be searching for someone. She gives people space because she's the type that needs space as well when she is angry. So.
Yes, that is Julio. You're right.
Yeah, I feel like Diana would have kind of like after their the talk with Suru and with Endy kind of probably slowly made her way back towards the front of the Vulgar Rose, but she didn't go inside. She just kind of awkwardly loitering outside.
You see Julio kind of walks out up to you, looks up at both. Is Suru next to Diana as well, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, Suru and Endy's there as well. And are you guys gonna
make
come
sure to
back
tell-
in?
Like you guys talked at the same time.
Sorry.
No.
I don't like it
No,
when
it's all
I don't like it when family fights and
Oh.
She's like, nobody's fighting. Everything's good, right? And she looks at Diana.
We'll be okay. We're gonna, I know that's probably wasn't very pleasant for you to see. And I escalated a lot. But we're gonna make up, I think. I hope. But yeah, no, we'll not argue, okay?
okay.
You call us a family?
Where's family?
And gets a bit of the hump, walks back in like, I didn't say that. Just walks in.
fucking tsundere.
I love him. That's my son.
Yes, he is.
So you see Suru do this, and he's like, "Where's family?"
Where's family?
Yeah. So Shaden, Lyrik, and Sammy, you see Julio bringing Diana, Suru and everyone back in, Andy back in.
Lyrik puts
Does that mean I'm
puts his
just
drink
like-
up and goes, "Attaboy, lad. Attaboy."
And a boy to Endy for coming.
No, just to
To
Julio,
Julio.
bring him back in.
Oh, okay.
I just love that Andy's first words as his return crying is like, we're his family.
You know
I love
how he is with the family.
boy being aimed at like Julio, who is like the child, and Andy also reacting like, Like, that's suspicious.
Oh.
That's suspicious.
Listen, Andy is still, caught on the fact that he's an ankle now.
Oh my god. This is very much like someone saying "daddy" at the dinner table. It's like the dad and the boyfriend answer.
Oh,
Oh no! I'm
bad.
No.
bad, Kieran. No.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Am I wrong? Yeah, I'm not wrong.
No.
Wrong.
Andy's like, why wouldn't you call me like that?
Yeah.
Everybody with the fucking praise king.
Anyway.
But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, when Sammy notices them coming in, she kind of like, she stays quiet, but like, you can see her shrink a little bit.
Mm.
I feel like Diana is not making eye contact. She just looks
Neither
very.
is Sammy.
Yeah.
She feels
Yeah,
awkward
like,
as fuck.
Yeah, like I feel like Diana's not leading the way back to the table. She's probably kind of like lingering back a little bit towards the end of this little trio. And then as they get to the table, I don't know if they're gonna sit, but I think Diana's still gonna stand because she feels awkward. Sorry. And she
Why do
she
you think?
kind of
I was gonna say, why do you think? I was just gonna say Lyrik, because you're the only one that probably would think to check. Is that you do notice Ria's kind of like has some more attention after that argument, like keeping an eye on your side.
Oh, we were
In
about
case
to be
things
thrown
break
out
out.
the fucking
Yeah.
window.
If it got physical, it would have been like, out.
Yep. And as everybody's coming back in, and kind of everybody's back in earshot, Lyrik is going to go, all right, so we are about 2 seconds away from getting thrown out, so let's keep this attempt at
I cannot fly.
reconciliation if it happens
Cannot fly.
nice and
Mhm.
civil, and you don't have to fly, I'll carry you, it's fine.
Mhm.
But we don't want to figure that out, because if we do get kicked out, we're not coming back. So we lose our safe space.
Yeah, you can only come back the next day.
Yeah.
If it's minor stuff, it's like the next day.
Diana's sort of just kind of staring at the table, like the physical table.
Mhm.
Excuse me. That wasn't Diana. She didn't burp. I don't even know if it was picked up, but she's like, I'm sorry for snapping at you. It was unfair. I know a lot of us we're all sort of under some sort of pressure, and that was unfair of me to accuse you of not caring about money or anything. That wasn't very fair of me, and I'm sorry. You don't have to accept it. It's just I want you to know I'm sorry for what I said. It was uncalled for.
You just see Sammy sigh. And like, instead she uncurls from like her like from making herself small, feeling a little bit confidence, not the word, but like pushing herself to speak, kind of thing. I appreciate. I should also have told you that I would. The reason why I would message Dahlia beforehand instead of just doing it. Sorry.
It's fine.
I do care
She's
for
still
Lonnie,
not.
you know that, right?
She still sort of stares at the table, but then she kind of looks up a little and she's like, okay.
You don't need to believe it. I know what I feel.
You say it, and it's true.
I I would use another spell, but that means risking everyone's life if we get involved on a fight. That's half of the reason why I don't do it, but I should have told you that. I just didn't know what to say or how to react. I didn't expecting. I know you're worried, but I wasn't ready for it.
No, that's
I can
understandable.
I can only do 3 of these types of spell, but that means risking your lives if I can bring you any of you back. And between
Okay.
an unsure, like something that we could have other reasonings behind, and risking one of your lives, I'd rather wait.
I understand. I don't. I forget that, spells have limits and people do too.
I'm still
Um,
getting used to it, but it did hurt. But I understand where you're coming from.
I do
I'm
for
also in the
you
wrong.
as well. I will start, but thank you regardless. I know you do a lot for us, and I think that sometimes maybe I take it for granted.
There's like this it's not a sigh, like she blows air out of her nose and there's a little bit of a deflate, and she gives you, I think, one of the sweetest smiles she ever directed at you. Thank you. We do need to, like, that applies to me too. I don't know. I know you joined later, but I suppose I do need to trust you more as well. Tomorrow, as soon as we can, unless something else happens, but I'll direct one at Lonnie instead.
I think like her sort of like awkward stiffness, I think sort of like melts away a little, and I think that she looks sort of like genuinely relieved when you say that. Like very much like very much grateful, and by that in her expression, like she looks relieved and grateful, and she says, I would appreciate that, just so long as it doesn't is it a isn't a detriment to you, as long as you're able to, and
Yeah.
it's not at a risk of,
She
using it
nods.
when we come. Okay.
He's fine though. I wasn't sure on the meaning behind them being locked up. It's hard to tell if they were caught or if, it's a rocky place. There could have been debris. But we
She tends
can.
to up kind of that.
But I'm being realistic, but we can clarify that tomorrow.
Dahlia said they were fine.
Wait, what?
She said, but Dahlia said they were fine.
Did I say
They
they
were
were
okay.
fine? Yes.
Okay.
Um,
That will
and clearly,
have to.
whatever happened on the siege, Lonnie lost the stone, and that's why he couldn't contact back.
Mm.
It is, after all, a physical item, and he doesn't have a special bag.
He doesn't.
Actually, he
He has
wears
pants.
barely anything.
He he doesn't wear a lot, does he?
No.
So I can understand.
Where are his pockets? Where does he store the stone?
On his
Between his
ass.
cheeks.
His
between his
thick
cheeks.
cheeks.
Between his ass. Oh God, that means
Honestly,
Hey.
I would not be surprised.
Me neither.
that would mean if he every time he goes to get the stone,
Shove his hand up his ass.
yeah.
All right, I feel like I'm being attacked here.
What do you mean? Lonnie's not here.
It's the prisoner's pocket.
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
Sammy's just gonna like. How close is Diana to the group now? Is she sitting
only
with us again?
Yeah, I
Let me
mean
check.
she's standing. Like I think she is like standing next to the table. She didn't take a seat though. She kind of just stood there. Awkward. I don't know if the rest of them sat, but she just kind of stood there next to the table.
Sammy stands up, and she raises her hand.
Oh, wait,
And-
she raises her hand.
Yeah, like to like to give an apologetic shake kind of thing, like we're done with this fight kind of situation.
Oh, okay. For a minute, I thought you were like holding up a hand for like a high five or something.
No, she raises her
High
hand.
five,
for a
Christ
shake.
averted.
Yeah. She takes she she takes shakes Sammy's hand and shakes it.
Sammy like squeezes a little bit and like quietly tells her, I know you seem to struggle with trust just as much as me. But I like to believe we're on this together.
Diana says, we are. We are. We are in this together. We're a team.
I hope one day you can trust me as much as at least I trust the others. And I can't tell you that I fully trust you yet, but I definitely care for you.
Diana's like, I understand. And likewise for me. I don't really want to get into it here and now, but I hope that this is, our relationship can improve and that we can both trust each other.
Sammy gives a bright smile and nods, and she drops your hand.
Diana smiles as
God,
well.
I want to believe that she's being genuine so bad.
Oh yeah, Sammy too.
She be genuine.
Who?
Diana, how fake are you being and how real are you being? I love you so much.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Sammy?
But Zero wouldn't because Zero trusts her.
Hee
See,
Then you
Lyrik is making an insight check because he's watching this whole thing with a like
Okay.
half-cocked brow.
see,
What's your
Sammy
insight
doesn't
check?
fully trust it, but
It's not great. It's only 13.
Seems honest. But like, it's hard to read, so you just take her word for what she says.
I don't think Sammy would try an inside check. I think even though she doesn't trust it, she's not gonna look into it.
She doesn't try and read her at all.
Let me do a roll. Hold up.
It's not like you're stopping to like squint at someone, when you insight check.
But like, my thing is, Sammy
I don't
already,
believe you.
Sammy already doesn't fully trust her, but I don't. I'm thinking like, would she just try not to look into it at this time to give her the benefit of the doubt, or would she be like because she's really, what is the word, like a scaredy cat kind of thing.
It is.
Yeah. So I don't know if she would do it naturally. out of
It's up to you.
self protection, or I'm gonna roll the dice.
you
Another
wanna
dice,
roll, you can roll.
a coin, and then I'll roll the dice depending on the result of
Okay.
the coin. Yeah, I'm gonna roll an insight.
This is when you have high insight, but like super low stealth. I don't believe you.
Well,
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
the coin fell on the skull, which means she's gonna do an insight out of fear.
Okay. This is as much as Endy is stealthy. This is Endy inciting people. This is just how I imagine.
Oh my god, yes.
19.
19. Again, same with Lyrik. Like, seems very honest.
Holy
you know.
shit, Diana, how high is your deception?
Who's that even rolled for deception?
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
now I think you did.
Here's the deal. I don't think it's about rolling. Your natural deception, if it's above what I rolled, is the problem.
Yeah, but deception's a skill, so you'd have to roll.
Huh.
You know, changelings have like natural propensity for like.
Oh my god! Are you still? Are you still on the change?
Wow.
Mari's still convinced that Diana is.
I refuse to accept
passed
it.
out. She passed out, and she's
Okay, but there are like
did not
magical
change.
explanations for why that could happen. Like, what if she has an item that like holds her disguise? Like,
my
listen,
God.
I've got my little
Mari,
tinfoil hat on.
You're grasping at straws in this.
okay.
I love how desperate
I love
she is.
how conspiracy theory little Mari is gone.
I've got my little. Listen, so one of these days I'm gonna be
Sylvia.
fucking vindicated. I'm gonna be fucking vindicated, and y'all are gonna be like, "Whoa, she's so brilliant. She's so brilliant. She knew all along.
It's
Well,
She had it
Sylvia.
figured out."
I tell you one thing,
Yeah,
not
it's-
trusting Diana is
Turned
one
out
of the
the
ways
same
to
thing.
figure it out. Good job. You're halfway
Yes.
there.
Oh my
Well,
god.
my
Hilarious.
bitch is dumb, and she's like, "Oh no, I trust you. We're having a bonding moment." She definitely has like
yeah,
I mean-
touched like
'Cause they are.
Diana's like elbow with her hand because she's like, "I'm so proud of you for like taking the step. I know this wasn't easy. You were really upset, and I'm so proud of you for like taking this step and like being so honest and kind to our friend and ally Sammy Arasi." What did that? Look at that growth.
Like that.
Sammy or Rossi?
But
Shut up.
again,
I'm American.
American.
There's Mari like just pointing at Diana like, her horns are different. And she's like, yeah, I filed them.
Yeah.
The what?
my
The
god.
horns are
Big
different.
cut.
I said,
The
as if
horns
you're
are
pointing like, the
different.
horns are different. And Diana's just like, yeah, I filed them this morning. What do you think?
Yeah, they're
She's a
getting
fucking
stuff on
changeling, is what I
edges.
think.
Oh my god.
Diana goes to the hairdresser's
This is
once.
so-
That's a changeling.
This is so funny to me. I love this. I love you so much, and I love your like paranoia about this.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not paranoia if it's true.
Okay, so it's
Okay,
paranoia.
yes.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's
are we
paranoia,
all
yeah.
back? Are we all back at the table
Yes, you're
now?
back. I assume you're
Okay.
gonna want to like get on with your plan then.
First thing Lyrik is gonna do is do one more check. Like, all right, so we're not gonna kill each other, right? Everything's fine.
Sammy rolls her eyes and smiles. Even if I was still mad at her, I wouldn't do that.
yeah, no. Yeah, like killing each other is like making a huge leap. Like being mad doesn't instantly mean murder.
I have some sort of self-control, you know. And
You know, I do
she
too. I
just-
don't.
She says that and she gives her like a toothy grin. Lyrik, as in, this is a promise.
Yeah, like I don't think it's a problem for me and Sammy, but is it a problem for you, Lyrik? Is it just like
There was a point in time where it was. There was a point in time where I actually tried to kill a few people here. At this table, in fact.
really?
That was the second time I got thrown out. Ask Wade about that one sometime. It'll be fun.
Okay, wait, I misinterpreted what you meant. I thought you meant like while sitting at this. You meant you've killed some people while sitting at this table, but I thought you meant like you had tried at some point to kill the people at the table at this table once.
Us.
It took its
She
favorite
means
seat.
Which
us.
I misinterpreted. Yeah, I meant you. I thought you meant us, and I was like, I mean, like there was a point we were in that tunnel, and like I almost kind of shot a fiery arrow back at you, but then we didn't. Like that's the only time I could think. But never mind. Anyway, I misinterpreted that.
Yeah, or like when you cast Thunderwave or something.
Yeah, when I
Oh
crossed
my
under.
god, you guys are going back to that. Holy shit.
Anyways, it's fine. Let's just move on. Yeah, no killing, no murdering.
Let's take this out of the situation that just happened and focus on the other elephant in the room, which is Lyrik. Do you care to share more about what the fuck is going on?
In regards to which thing? We got a lot of things going on right now.
I mean, yes, correct. I meant more about your past and what the fuck are we getting involved in to get information.
Right, that one's reasonable. I'm gonna need another drink for that. Gonna like wave a hand towards Rhea.
Ria's got it and like starts making it already. Has someone send it over.
It's gonna be the same one that Andy got, so it's all kinds of fucked up, and Lyrik is gonna take that in basically one go, and however fucked up he's gonna be, that's how fucked up he's gonna be.
Damn boy.
Okay.
Probably about to like go do things that involve, potentially doing espionage and like fighting, potentially killing.
Okay, got it. Drugs.
There's a possibility. So, the piece of shit that we will have to go and see here in a little bit is named Denver Christo. He's related to a gentleman named Merrick Christo. Merrick Christo was the leader of the largest gang in Greyburrow at the time that I was active here. I'm also the one that killed him. In fact, I am the one that killed all of the people that were leading every gang in the city before I left.
Oh.
The night that they were referring to as the culling is the night that my group was systematically eliminated. We had a meeting every month, myself and the other individuals that made up the main gangs in the city. We fancied ourselves better than we were. Like, we were gonna actually run the place. We were a de facto city council type of thing. You know, just stupid shit. And during one of our meetings, they attempted to kill me. And on my way back, I found low-level people in my group dead in the streets. The closer I got to home, the worse it was. When I got back to our place, every single one of them was dead. 3 people were left alive that night. At least, I'm assuming it's just 3, because they're the only ones that I can find. Pike, who you met already. Abby, whose real name is Abaddon Trilkin. And the shifter named Cyril. Cyril is the one that sold us out. Cyril threw Pika into the pit. Cyril is the one that I've been searching for the last 5 years, 4 months, 3 days, and 26 seconds.
Oh wow, that's really specific.
and you want to try and find someone that ruined what you had and what you built, sometimes it's important to know just how long it's going to take.
Fair enough. I suppose I have a similar situation.
Ooh, your voice is really quiet.
Mhm.
Oh, is it better now?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
hold up.
No, it is not.
Luke gets quieter. Is it better?
Is it better?
Fuck off. Is it better now?
So, I guess what I'm trying to get at is that I have a lot of enemies here.
Huh.
Well, a lot of people that aren't particularly happy about the fact that I might still be alive.
Right.
I was to step away at the time from, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I was about 2 steps away from really just owning this entire city. And then my people got killed. All of them. Dead. Just left. My own people. My own family.
Mm.
Sold each other out. And for what? I ask myself that every single day. What? What could it have been? What could have made Cyril do something so fucking stupid? And I still haven't found an answer, not a real one anyway. Not one that makes sense. I'm starting to think I may never find that answer. I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, it doesn't matter. Maybe I should just kill him as soon as I see him. Yeah, I think I'll do that. He's on my list. So are a few other people that I hate. Specifically, Denver. The head of the whole Crystal family, Maverick, had several different people that could have taken over for him, and Denver is the least qualified and the absolute worst choice. Which means the others are probably dead. Which, most likely my fault.
Right.
So, I would expect, as you said, Suru, a fight or something. And no, this is not one that requires stealth. It's not really worth it. It's a pisser. No idea what it's like to actually have guts. $5 says that he's holed up his dad's old mine, pretending like he's big britches. He'll have a wall of people all around him, and he won't do anything but cry and yell. He's also the only lead that we would have to any of these other gangs. Because we don't even know to start with the Hellions. We can go into their territory, but we don't know anything about what their fortifications are. We don't know how much they actually have. We need that information.
Time to
And
torture
Denver,
a piss baby.
we might have to.
But don't
Lyrik is going to turn to Diane and go, "You can do it this time if you like."
Oh, I don't know. I'll think about it. But I remember Rhea saying something about, didn't she say something at the mineral factory earlier? Um, this is me asking out of character now too, if I'm losing my mind. I think
Yeah.
Rhea said something at the mineral factory earlier.
Yeah, you're on. You're spot on.
Um,
That
You know.
that's the mine that Lyric's referring to. I misspoke there. That is the
Oh,
thing he's talking about. Yeah.
Mhm.
oh, okay, okay. So, right, so okay, and okay, so the mind is a mineral factor. Okay, so I mean that seems. Should we can kind of think around, or I guess we could talk to that, like you said, that guy back in Vic's workshop. Victor's workshop. So I guess.
I wouldn't count on him still being alive, to be entirely honest with you. Vic's probably put him back on the table.
Yeah, probably. Does that She kind of pauses and she looks down at the table and looks at the others and is like, does that mean we need to get a new one to interrogate? I'm
Probably does, if you want to go that route.
well, I don't. It seems a little crude. Um, We'll recognize you. She points to Lyrik, but I don't. Maybe they will. They won't. We're new to here, so maybe we can do a little reconnaissance. Like a little hey, we want to join your gang kind of thing. I don't know, or we can just sneak around. See.
What if they wind up being, and I know that this is still far-fetched, but what if they do wind up being connected to the Crux Horde? I'm not ready to rule that out completely.
If it pays him something, Denver will do anything. So there's a chance.
It's a possibility, especially considering what we found in, Bayfjord. So,
They got their hands on a lot of pies.
so should we maybe go out, see what we can find, or not?
I mean,
Yeah.
we have the whole day, right?
We do.
Might as well put it to good use if we want to finish here as quick as possible.
Mhm.
Alright. First thing we do, we'll tell Ria we need rooms, make sure that we have spots secured here. I'll ask her for a few more roses.
Mhm.
Once we get into their territory, those things won't matter, but once we get out, it'll be important to hold them. Make sure that people leave us be for the time.
Mhm. Dinah nods.
Sammy follows suit.
And I know
We're
that people
ending
were saying
today?
that they might. I was gonna say I think
Yeah,
people
I
might
think
need
it's
to
a
be
good.
done here soon. So
Yeah, I've got something in mind. But yeah, you secure the rooms with Ria. You probably get about 3 roses that she has on hand. So you will have a total of 4. What is your plans leaving the bar? Where do you want to head first?
first thing I would like to do at this point, I want to try and go up a level just to get to the old hideout because it's closer to the mineral factory.
Okay.
And it kind of gives us it gives us a vantage point above where we can kind of sort of see to it a little bit.
Okay.
So I actually want to, I want to go back to the old spot.
Okay. You lead the party, I assume, back up to the old spot. You're walking for like maybe half an hour in. You're going up all different kinds of stairs and down and across this labyrinth of a city. Um, Diana,
Yeah.
at this point, you're walking. It's just a typical kind of in the headspace of just getting somewhere and thinking about everything going on when something catches your eye. You can see Lyrik ahead of you, a couple of the others as well. And in between the gaps, just hanging in, just in the air almost, probably about a couple inches apart from each other, simultaneously kind of just very slightly bobbing up and down, moving with the party. Smaller than a grain of sand, two black, teeny little dots. You don't know too much about magic
Oh no.
and spells and spell slots, but you've been trained against certain individuals that utilize specific spells. Invisibility being one of them. And that's where we're going to end the session.
We haven't been out. They heard every single conversation we had all this time. This
Bro.
fucking sucks.
I left room for a reply. There was hesitation, so I was like, let's just end it.
God
Okay, cool. Yeah,
fucking
like
damn it.
China's definitely gonna react next session. That's for sure.
Yeah, let's take some notes on that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh my
There we
god.
Anyway, well, as per usual, thank you everybody so much for watching. What the
Yeah,
actual
thank
fuck?
you.
What a cliffhanger! You're such an
Yay.
evil DM. I love you. Well, let's rate Pixie.
Thanks.
Oh, whoever Karen, you can't throw on here.
I'm throwing.
You
Aw.
can't throw you on
I wanted to
the
throw me on
Ferotun,
him.
honey.
I wanted to throw myself at Lyrik. I wanted to hit Lyrik.
You wanted to be specifically a Lyrik.
Because that's where your sonar is.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Yeah, thank you guys for watching.
thank you guys so much
Yeah,
for
oh my
watching.
God.
everyone.
Aaron!
Yeah.
I'm evil.
You're evil, but
Leave it
such a
I
good
knew the moment you
DM.
said 2 black pinpricks, you were like, ah, yes, thinking of you, Brendan.
Yes,
Brennan.
definitely.
I
Look,
thought it was
it's
gonna
good.
be a...
I steal it.
Oh my
It's
God.
good, okay?
Anyway, we'll see you guys
It's
next week,
good.
and hopefully,
It's good.
unless we're unlucky again. But anyway, we will see you all next time. Bye bye.
I'll be on a Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye!